the bus turned. It overturned to the left. From the way I saw him swerve from the right to the left, I remember screaming, Jesus! I was rushed to Mata Hospital. If we give you 24 hours, your body will get infected and your organs will start failing. And this could take place in 24 hours. So within that time, we need to amputate. I could feel it's like saws were cutting into my bone continuously. For it was really, really painful, like the most painful thing that I've ever experienced. So me being outside, I kept on screaming. There's this nurse who was called Timo. He was a really good nurse. We could tell stories. He could tell me stories all the night. So I kept on telling him, Timo nipe dawa. And he's like, no, tumepewa dawa kwa theater. And I kept on telling him, Timo nipe dawa sahi. So me screaming the whole way from the theater to my ward. And when I got to the ward, I refused to come out of the theater bed to lie on my bed. And I told him, Timo, if you don't give me medicine, I am not coming out of this bed. So he called the anesthetist who had given me the painkiller in the theater room. And he was like, but you've given that lady already 2 doses of morphine. That will be too much. That might be an overdose. And he was like, this lady is not joking. She's not leaving this bed until I give her medicine. So I was given another jab of morphine, and I accepted to go to my bed, and I blacked out. So at this time, I remember I had already chased away everyone, including my fiance, because I didn't want them to see me in pain. I was in so much pain, and they want to come and soothe me, which wasn't working. So I chased away everyone. And I slept throughout the night. That is on Sunday night. And on Monday morning, I remember my big brother was sent to come and check on me and see how I'd slept, because the previous night wasn't good. And he came very scared. He came not knowing what I'm going to do, not knowing, he didn't expect whatever was happening to me that time. So he came and he found me, I had seated down and I was drinking my juice. Really okay. No screaming, no crying. I was fine. Actually, the previous week I hadn't even sat down. So me losing some weight, I sat down and I was okay. Guys, he called my family and he was like, hey, kujeni yuko sawa, leo yuko sawa. And they came, they checked up on me, and they started dressing me. The doctors had put some tubes through my arm here and at the back here to drain the liquids, the fluids, the liquids that were coming from the wound. And this time it was 1 week, it was okay. Guys could come visit me, others could not because they were scared. But there's this group that kept us really going. I'm going to attach a video. A group that was a group of guys, 2-3 guys who were coming to sing for patients in Mata Hospital, and they could sing and encourage us. And the funny thing, I even joined them in singing. It felt so good to at least have the outside come in. These guys were encouraging, not like my family wasn't encouraging me, but these guys were taking you as a person who's okay, you're not sick. They could even give me the shaker to shake and sing along to them. So really, thank you guys. If you ever watch this video, thank you very much for doing the job that you're doing. I know you're still doing it. Come on Thursday that week, after continuous dressing, the doctors came to do their normal dressing, and they had told me that I'm going to be discharged. Let me take you back. On Wednesday night, I knew I was going to be discharged on Thursday. So on Wednesday night, we had a party. Me and my fiance and my brother-in-law and my sister. So we threw a party in the hospital ward to drink all the drinks that I had and eat everything that I had, because I knew I was going to be discharged. So we started taking drinks and saying that, oh, it's a party. We were cracking jokes, and even the patient who was next to me, she came and told me later that, you just don't know how happy you made me, hearing you saying that you're taking shots of Ribena and shots of Del Monte. I wasn't happy until that time. I was really sad, but me hearing you saying that, it made my night. So come on Thursday, the doctors came to dress my wound, and I remember I told you that there were some drainers from that there were two drainers on my stump, and when they came to dress it, there is some pus, a lot of pus that came out of the drainers. And this doctor was like, ooh, this is not good. And this dream of me going home was shattered. And I cried, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's going to take some time. It's only maybe even today and tomorrow, then you'll be able to go back to your home. It doesn't make sense you going home with some infection, then you come back here when it's really bad. So let us just monitor it for today and tomorrow, then you might go to hospital to home. You might go home over the weekend." Fast forward, they dressed it, and on Sunday I was able to be discharged. Me leaving this hospital, I was living like an MCA, because I was going to say bye bye to everyone, from the nurses to the cleaners to my fellow patients. I went and said bye bye to everyone. I was like, really? Where are you going? I was like, I'm okay. I need to go home. And I went home. I went to my sister's place because I knew my mom's place would be flooded with guys who want to come and see me. So I went to my sister's place, and when I kept on going to hospital for dressing every other day. So come on Thursday, yeah, come on Friday, I went for my usual dressing, and I wasn't really feeling good. I could throw up everything, and really wasn't holding anything. So I went after my dressing. I told the doctor what is really happening to me, because I'm not able to hold anything inside me, and he was like, maybe it's a medicine, let me change it for you. And he changed the medicine. So Saturday, not really okay. And Sunday, my sister was like, no, this is not good. Let us get a second opinion. And I was taken to Nairobi hospital, which they tested me, and I found that I had malaria. So the doctor was like, the doctor that we found in the morning was like, I'm going to give you an injection that is going to deal with your case, because you're not able to hold anything. Even if I give you medicine, it won't help you. So the doctor's shift came to an end, and we got another doctor who changed and said that I can't take oral medication. So I was like, okay. I was given the medicine. I went back home with it. This is on Sunday night, and still not okay. I took the medicine and I threw up the whole night. And come Monday morning, my sister was headed out to work, and she wanted to give me medicine before she left. So she gave me the medicine, and I started hallucinating. I started saying, the way I'm seeing the medicine is flying out, the way I'm seeing my own things. And my sister was like, this lady is not okay. And to some point, I even tried to get up, and I fell. I didn't faint, but I got weak, I got dizzy, and I fell. And my sister she called the husband, and they called an ambulance for me, and I was taken back to Nairobi Hospital. This is a week after me leaving Mata Hospital. So went to Nairobi Hospital, was admitted because they found that I had severe malaria, and they asked if I had traveled. And I was like, no, I haven't traveled. I've actually been in hospital for 2 weeks, 1 week at home, and this is my fourth week. And they were like, how did you even get severe malaria? I hadn't traveled anywhere. So this severe malaria meant that my blood was low, and they had to transfuse. So let me take you back. When I was in Mata, they transfused almost 9 pints of blood to me, and now me being in Nairobi Hospital with severe malaria, they transfused another four or 3 pints of blood to me. So that my stay in Nairobi Hospital was okay. They continued to dress my wound and treat my malaria, and I left the hospital a week later and went back home. I was fine, and everything was okay, other than me remembering that I need to go out and maybe use a matatu or come home to my mom's place and talk to her and even say hi to her using a public means. That was the craziest thing. But other than that, me losing my arm, it was very easy. I remember my niece asking me, what happened to your hand, Tata? Then I'd tell her I got into an accident. And then she's like, will you be okay? Will you get another arm? And they were very supportive. To date, none of my nieces or my nephew is scared of me. They actually like playing with my stump, my flesh stump. So that was really cool. So after some time, I really recently came to know that my family was really worried, because I kept on saying that I'm okay, and they didn't know if I'm really okay. So they suggested that I go for counseling, which counseling was still done in hospital, but they suggested I get another professional counselor, and this is how I met Professor. I went for 2 sessions, and me going there, I went via matatu. This is like 2 weeks after I came out of hospital. 2 or 3 weeks, 3 weeks, I think. I went by matatu, and she was like, how did you come here? I was like, yeah, through matatu. So you're not scared of matatus? I am scared of matatus, mostly when they try and go fast and swerve through all the lanes, and maybe even tilt when they are going off-road. I am really scared. So she was like, if you have already gotten into a matatu and come for this session, then you are okay. Then she was like, what are you really scared of? Then I told her what I was scared of: matatus and leaning to the side when they are off-road. But other than that, I was really scared, because at this time, remember, I'm engaged to my fiance, and I was like, how am I even going to carry my baby, because I'm almost getting married? How am I going to carry this baby? How am I going to take care of this baby? The whole time, I'm not even thinking about myself, how I look. And she was like, whatever you've been able to do, you're still going to do it at that time. And she told me, you just take it easy, let whatever life brings your way, you're just going to handle it the way it comes. And true to it, I always find my way out of every situation that I'm in that needs two hands. So at that time, I was And the only question that I told her, the only thing that had really changed in me was the way I was dressing. I used to dress in vests and small tops and tank tops, and this had changed. I covered myself completely and put on a jacket, put on a scarf, or put on a poncho, and walk like I'm being chased, so that guys wouldn't look at me. So at that time, that was my solution of the way I thought uh, guys were looking at me. Then I came to notice that these guys were looking at me with or without. Because there's always this one time that was coming from work. Oh yeah, I went back to work after a month of being at home. I went back to work and I was able to do like 95% of everything that I was doing before. Yeah, and the guys are really supportive. So one time I was coming from work and I was covered. I had put on a really big jacket with my arm in my pocket, and I had a scarf on. And it was really hot. It was almost, I think it was 2 in the afternoon. So there is a driver who looked at me strangely. I think in his head he was asking, "Why are you in so many clothes? What are you? Why? How are you even able to survive in this heat?" Then I really got mad, walked away, and removed the scarf. So me walking, guys kept on looking at my jacket. This side that has no no yes, the jacket that is inside my pocket. Guys kept on looking at it, and then in my head I'm like, guys, what do you really want? I cover myself, you still look at me. I don't cover myself, you still look at me. What do you really want? And from that day I decided I'm not going to use scarves, just jackets. Did jackets for some time, and I could walk in jackets even when it's really hot. Guys could tell me, "Siutoe at least kidogo." My fiance, that is. And I was like, no, situi, natembea nayo, watu wataniangalia. And fast forward to 2021, sorry, to 2020, I got married. I altered my my sleeve of my gown, and it looked really nice. I'll attach a photo. Um, and to 2020, after the wedding, we went for a honeymoon, and going there, it was really hot. And I said I won't cover myself because either way, guys here don't know me, and after all, I'm going to leave after some time. So I could walk like that with the costume, with just a t-shirt, and guys could still see my stamp, and we would look, and even others would say hi to me, others would say the way I'm an encouragement, and I saw that as a good thing. I even joked with my husband and told him, by the way, I've made you a celeb because you're working with a lady without an arm, so now guys really know you. So we came back from our honeymoon, and I said, I'm not going to cover myself. Now that I'm in Nairobi, I've seen guys where we were, they were okay. So even in Nairobi, I'm not going to cover myself. Yes, I'm not going to show my stamp that fast, but I'm going to put on t-shirts and put on sweaters and put on blouses and not hide and not pretend to be having an arm. Did that, and it was really good because I could stop guys. Guys could stop telling their stories and start staring at me from the time they would lay eyes on me until the time I would pass them or even get into a matatu. And it was really funny because we 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 cracked jokes with my husband. I The first time I went out without covering myself, I was with him. So we cracked jokes, and I will tell him, babe, by the way, mbona venye watu wanatuangalia mpaka tunastopisha story, we are showstoppers. And it was funny. We would even go into a matatu and get discounts because of my arm. Guys would feel pity on me because we'd stand at the stage. They tell us this amount of money and would like, no, we are not paying that. And it's like, it's okay, you just come in with whatever you have, and would smile. So after some time, my husband asked me a question: what would you do if your arm was to grow back? And I was like, I don't want. I am okay the way I am. I am fine with me having a stump, not an arm. Whatever I've been able to, whatever I've been able to do throughout these 2 years, I wouldn't compare to, I think, my 27 years of life before me being an amputee. The places that I've been able to go to, the guys I've been able to interact with, whatever I've been able to do for the past 2 years, even the talks that I've had for the past 2 years, I don't think I would have done them with me being a normal person in quotes. So yeah, this is me right now. I decided to accept the way I am from the time that I was told I'm going to be amputated, and yeah, it's been an interesting journey, interesting, really interesting, and very encouraging because at that time in hospital, remember I was saying that I used to do bead work, but I came to note that maybe that wasn't my calling. Maybe that was just something that I thought could take me places, but so this is one time that I talked to a lady and she was like, Dad, you remember, the time, many times that I wake up and I'm like, I don't want to go to work. I'm feeling so tired. And I would remember you, and I would just go shower and go to work when I remember the way that you wake up and still go to work even without an arm. So later, maybe at that time, I discovered that this was my purpose in life. Maybe this is what God intended for me to go through so that I may encourage someone. So this is what I keep on saying. If my amputation and my story is going to touch just one person and they are going to change the way they think about themselves, then so be it. I would still go through it again if it means that someone is going to change because of my story. Uh, Guys, really appreciate and thank God for whatever you have. It's, as I've said, I wouldn't want my arm to grow back, but you really don't know what you have until it's gone. You really don't know how beautiful you are until you're not able to take photos because your beauty is gone. You really don't know what you have until you're not able to do some things because you let it go. So really appreciate what you have and keep on thanking God even for the hair on your head. Thank this God, because we might see it as a small thing, but it's really not small. Yeah, so that is my story, and this one quote that I came across, and it has really become my motto everywhere that I go. I even made a t-shirt out of it, and it says gratitude turns what you have into enough. So if you are really grateful for what you have, it becomes enough. If you're really grateful for the salary that you're getting, it becomes enough. If you're grateful for the arm that you have, even it being a stump, then it becomes enough for you. And I'm really grateful for my, yeah, for you guys and my family members and friends who have really supported me through all these 2 years. I do not take it for granted that you didn't leave me when I was during my downtime, and may God really bless you yeah, please share this video, please subscribe and like, let someone get encouraged, ask me questions, uh, tell me things that you want me to do, show you how I do them in my next videos, and I'm going to do it. Suggest things that things that you want me to see and talk about and even do, and I'm going to do just that.